Hello guys, I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in ages, but I'm here today to show you how to solve the Rubik's clock. So, if you don't know how it works, basically you push these pins down and turn these dials, and the objective is to get all of these clocks to 12 o'clock on both sides. So, let's get into the video. First, you're going to need to make the cross on one side. So the cross is these 5 middle pieces, and you need to get them all facing 12 o'clock. So, the way this works is if you have one pin up, it will turn all these 4. And if you have it down, it will turn all of these, just the corners. But if you have like 2 of them up, or like 3 of them up, it will turn all of these like at once. If you have all of them up, it will turn all of them. So you're going to need to make the first cross. So we're going to start by matching the top edge to the left edge. So we're simply going to do that by pushing up this pin and moving it until it's in the same position as this. So that's done. Now, next, we're going to move on to this pin. We're going to put up, and we're going to move it so that it matches these two. So we're going to use this dial to match it there. And then, next, we're going to use this pin to match these 3 with that right one. So we're going to match it up, and then, because we need to do all of these at once to match with that one, we need to push both pins up of the top pins. We're going to turn all of these to face the same way. Then you've made your cross. Now, lastly, we just need to push them all up and make them facing 12 o'clock. Then, after that, we're going to flip it over to the other side, and we simply do the exact same thing to make the second cross. So we're going to push up the top right pin and make it this top one match with this one. So we're going to do that. Now it's matching. We're going to use the bottom right pin to match the middle with the upper right, the up and the left one. So now these 3 match. We're going to push the top left one up, and we're going to match it with the right pin. Now, lastly, we're going to do these 2 up, the top 2, and we're going to turn the top 4 to match this one, and we're going to do the exact same thing by turning these, push all of the pins up, and face them all to 12 o'clock. Now, the last step is to match all the corners to face 12 o'clock. So we're going to do this one corner at a time. So make sure you have all your pins facing up. And now we're going to choose a corner. Let's go with the bottom right, this one. So we're going to push that pin down, the one that's closest to that corner, which is this one. We're going to turn all of the rest of the dials to match with that corner. So like that. We're going to push this pin back up, and we're going to move all of these pins back to 12 o'clock. Now this one is matched with them. So we're going to do the exact same thing for the other 3 corners. So we're going to do the bottom left, push that one down, match it, and then push it back up, and then move all of them to 12 o'clock. Now, we're going to do the exact same thing with the right one. We're going to push it down, move it to match with it, push the pin up, and we're going to move it to 12 o'clock. And then last one, we'll do this one, match it, push it back up, and match it to 12 o'clock. Now, the corners actually stay in the same positions on both sides at the same time. So now we're actually done. So you don't have to do the corners on both of the sides. So now we've finished. solving the clock. Now, after we've learned how to solve it, I'm going to do an example solve on the clock. So, the first step is we're going to match the edges. So this needs to match with this pin. We're going to push this pin up. We're going to move it to match with that one. We're going to push this bottom right one up, and we're going to match the center with these other two. I'm going to do that simply by pushing that 4. And then we're going to do with the top left, we're going to put all of these 3 to match with the right one. Push the top 2 pins up, move them to the bottom, and then push all of them up and move it to the top. Now we're going to flip over the clock and we do the exact same thing. So we're going to push that pin up, match these 2, and then push the bottom right one up, and we're going to match the center with these 2, and then we're going to top left. We're going to match the top left. We're going to push the top left pin up, and that's going to match with the right one. We're going to push the top 2 up, match with that bottom one, and push them all up now, and then to go to 12 o'clock. So we actually have accidentally skipped these 2 corners. So that's just luck. You can get lucky. And then we're just going to do this corner. So we're going to push that down, match these up with that corner, and then push this pin back up, and then move them all to 12 o'clock. And lastly, we do it with the other one. So we're going to push that down, match it with that corner, push that back up, and then move it all to 12 o'clock. And there we have it. It's solved. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you know how to solve the clock now. Make sure to like and subscribe. And with that said, see you in the next video. Bye.